Hello and welcome again to another episode of Nerf News. I'm your host Drac, and today we're talking about the Nerf Rival Charger. So this is a motorized blaster from the mothership, coming in with a code of MXX-1200, which means that this is probably going to be a big toy fair debut up in February over at the Javits Center. Unfortunately, our only leaked images are of a Team Blue one, but what are you going to do? So this is clearly a P-90 inspired primary class rival flywheel blaster. You know it's a flywheel blaster because of this rev trigger down here. We've also got motorized written on the box, and it says ×6 batteries. Now, this is something that I do want to kind of laser focus in on real quick. This looks to me a lot like a C. I hope that I'm wrong. A D battery would be actually better in this case at this point. While I wish that it was running on C's for all of the consumers that are going to go out and buy Duracell or something, because that is ultimately cheaper for them. I'm disappointed that it's not D batteries, because of course a lot of people have already bought into the rival rechargeable battery ecosystem, which is actually quite good. It gives you nickel metal hydride chemistry for your rival blasters. It's even a little bit of a performance boost. Up here we have claims of 95 FPS. Interesting that they've switched to FPS from miles per hour, but I mean, who knows? Maybe somebody's paying attention. So that's pretty cool. I do want to applaud them. This is a 12-round blaster. You can tell up here because of the serial code of 12 that it's going to be a 12-round blaster. It's clearly got some sort of internal magazine, and again, there's just like all these little interesting departures. So I guess Hasbro wants to move away from their removable magazines with this. Obviously the Zeus had a magazine in a similar position. It was also a similar kind of P-90-esque sort of shape and size, and honestly I think that the Zeus is nowhere near as handsome as this. I really like this grip, and we can kind of take a better look at it here in this image. If you're curious about this shotgun, we're going to be doing another Nerf news video about that very soon, but let's back off that just a little bit. Right now I just want to talk about the Charger. I want to talk about it's got good rival DNA. The deco is almost certainly going to be on one side. I believe that this is where our batteries are going to sit, so I think that we can confirm that it is C batteries, and confirming that it's C batteries, especially with this sort of battery tray here, means that it's not gonna fire the rechargeable battery pack, which just is a real shame. That said, 6C batteries is a ton of tray, plenty of room for us to do that voodoo we do, who do what do. Take this up to peak rival performance with a lipo mod. So I'm anticipating standard rival flywheels. This is a pretty interesting sort of, it almost looks like an Amazon button to me. But I like this as the window to get in there in case you have any jams, which you almost certainly will with an internal magazine like this. Every once in a while you'll just have things roll up into the cage. The Percy's does it, the Zeus does it, etc., and so forth. Down here is our safety mechanism. We've got a rev trigger and a main trigger. Like I said, this looks good. I think that this is going to be either really comfortable or not comfortable at all for your hand, but I like the P-90, not as a actual real steel firearm. I'm actually not a fan of the P-90 in tactical world, but in tactical world I really like the P-90 for toy designs. I think that it gives you a nice compact pseudo primary. I think that even if you want to shoulder this is not going to be that bad. We've got a little bit of rail up here for a top rail, and then all we have to do now, I mean, this is essentially the Hades Artemis style of internal magazine, right? You're going to rip this back, you're going to throw some rounds in, you're going to let it retract forward. But this comes in at a price point of $35, and in a world where you can't use rechargeable batteries, I think it's very important to recalibrate our brain and say that this is a $42 to $45 blaster, just because that's what it's going to cost to power it. Now, it does come with the proverbial double your darts, and so like no complaints there. That's very cool that Hasbro is slowly pulling their stinginess away from rival ammo, in lieu of probably the plethora of better knockoff options on Amazon, and they seem to be focusing that on the Ultra release, which we'll see more of at Toy Fair as well. But the Charger comes with double the ammo, and at $35 it's actually pretty affordable for a rival style primary, and it's got a good shell, and I think that this one has all of the indicators that even without that battery accessibility, at $35 to $45, depending upon how you want to think about it, I think this one's a win. I'm absolutely going to pick this one up. I'm going to make a full modification guide for you guys. I really dig it. I'm happy with the shell size. I think that it looks great, and I'm excited to get my hands on it and tell you more about it. But let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think? Would you pay 35 doll hairs for a P-90-esque rival pseudo primary? Its biggest flaw is certainly going to be in its overall ammo capacity. In a world where you can pick up a Percy's on sale for about $50-$60 right now, do you really want to take that massive drop in performance and have to buy batteries? I don't know. I think that for the foreseeable future, the Percy's is going to be the best blaster on the shelves. That said, let me know. Give me your thoughts. I think that this is a slick shooter. It knows how to get down, and I'm pretty excited for it. I think that if this is the flywheel primary class blaster that we get for early 2020, we should be seeing these at events in 2020. I think that they'll be a very popular option for people running dump pouches. So that's just my take on it. Let me know what you guys think in the description box or in the comment section below. If you're doing any Amazon holiday shopping, I do have my affiliate link in the box below. I know for a fact that the new Fortnite SMG, which I'll be reviewing very soon, just dropped on Amazon. So if you haven't picked one of those up yet, I'll put a link to that specifically in the description box below. And honestly, it looks pretty good too. So that's our first look at the Charger. Stay tuned for a look at that takedown, eh? Much love, Nerf on, Drac out.